I am utterly mortified of the level of people who believe that mixed race people are black, right? And don't get me wrong, I understand that we are all on different levels of consciousness. Some of us haven't been exposed to certain things. Some of us haven't had certain levels of information given to us. So we are all on different levels of understanding. The point is to try to get all of us on one set agenda, one set way of thinking, right? And that's what the point is. That's what the agenda is. It is not to hate mixed race people, to hate biracial people. When you see a pure African, no matter where they are in the world, they will have what we consider coarse hair, nappy hair. That shows the fact that they are 100% non-mixed. That they have those three things that we call to be African, right? Look at the people's hair. Look at East Indians. They can be black as hell, and guess what? They still have that straight hair. That's because they have that Neanderthal gene in them, okay? Mixed race people are not genetically black, because there are a lot of our ancestors who thought, oh, if a mixed race person, and you still get people who say that today. If a mixed race person comes from a mixed race relationship, then they black, right? Because we think, oh, well, in slavery, they was considered to be black. No, they actually weren't. They weren't actually considered to be black. See, we think that because they were still slaves. No, that's different level to slavery. I'm just being honest with you. The same way as this a different level to oppression and racism. See, we think American racism is the only form of racism. But when we see what's going on in Haiti, what's going on in Ghana, what's going on in Jamaica, that's another form of racism, just in the form of imperialism. So, getting back to my point, we cannot allow biracial people to be the forefront when it comes to beauty, standards of beauty. Because now what happens to that young African child who looks up to this biracial person as being beautiful? What happens now? Because they seeing multiracial people, mixed race people on television. This is something that's been transcribed to them in their mind. Okay? And so let's stop believing that because black is a dominant gene, that is silly, that is asinine. Let's use facts. Let's use logic. Let's use our best interest, not emotions. I don't do with emotions. Take the emotions out of it. This has to be a non-emotional conversation. Okay? So black gene is not the end all be all. Black genes can be wiped out. It's just, I can't, man. Sometimes this shit gets so frustrating, because it gets frustrating because it's like, if you don't understand this, then that means you're not moving in the way of the light. And then a lot of people have huge platforms or huge voices, and they're misrepresenting and miseducating our people to be ridiculous, yo. To be ridiculous. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed by this, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I do. But it's the strength of the ancestors that keep me going. And, knowing that hopefully this information is bettering and reaching some Africans, man. But sometimes this shit gets overwhelming with the level of miseducation that people are putting out there. Like, where did you really come up with that? Like, right now, I'm starting to see, and this is why I say Africans in America, which means African Americans, right? And I know a lot of people gonna say, man, you don't need to be talking about African Americans because you're not. Listen, y'all have a huge responsibility. Again, I'm not a Christian, but the Bible says, for much who is given, much is expected. You have African Americans, you have a huge responsibility to put out right information. Because people in the UK are watching. They are listening. People in Haiti are watching and listening. People in all around the fucking world.